This week I want to teach you about something called the Streetlight Effect. Hi, Larry Kaye, ShadowAnyone.com, and the creator of the Investigator's Ultimate Guide series, premium private investigator training from someone who's been there and done that. And I get this all the time online from online people. And if you know me, you know that I teach that as an investigator, you have to go out sometimes and get information. I love computers. I love the databases. I use them extensively. They save a ton of time and money. But there comes a point as a real investigator when you have to leave the office and go out and do some investigating. And there are just a ton of people who hear me say that, and they lose their minds. It's all available on a computer. It's all available online, they say. And that is the surest sign that they don't know what they're talking about. And the streetlight effect falls into that category. The streetlight effect is the idea that we tend to only look where it's easy to look. In other words, at night on the street, the lights are on. If we're looking for something, some piece of evidence, we will look around where the street light illuminates the street, but we're less likely to go into the dark places to pull out the flashlight to look under porches and in front yards and through grass and things like that. That's the streetlight effect. It actually translates over into these more virtual things like computer searches and that. It's very easy to fall into the streetlight effect here in the 21st century where so much is available online. But there's a ton of information you will not get off the computer, not get off the internet. Just narrative reports, things like that. Signature samples are frequently, you're only going to find those offline in the real world. But take most criminal cases. The court indexes, some of the court records there, even sometimes the indictments are online. You can download to look at the PDF of, say, the indictment. But other things are not. And when you go out and you talk to the officer, you talk to the detective, the police detective that worked the case, or when you just pull the affidavit for the search warrant, you know how much good stuff is in an affidavit for a search warrant? Pull the search warrant itself. I mean, there's just so much information offline, and I don't want you to be misled into only looking online, because that's an easy place where it is to look. And this is why the Investigator's Ultimate Guide to Surveillance is such a valuable course, and it's why I like it so much. There are some things, no matter what the technology is, you're only going to be able to learn by going out and doing surveillance. In fact, I kind of feel that's when surveillance should be used, and maybe the only time it should be used if you think about it. Why waste time following somebody to learn their home address when it's available for a few keystrokes online? Well, surveillance comes into play when you need information you're not going to be able to find online. Where is the guy going after work? That's something where surveillance is going to pay off, and that's where learning surveillance skills can be very valuable to you. So don't fall into the trap of only looking where it's easy to look, which is online. Be sure to go out into the real world if you need to and find the information. I have a lot more information about this in my free report over at ShadowAnyone.com. The report is called If You Want to Be a Private Investigator, Give Up Unless You Do These Three Things. That's on the homepage of my blog over at ShadowAnyone.com. Be sure to check it out for more information on this and how you can beat the streetlight effect by going out into the real world. This is Larry Kaye, ShadowAnyone.com. Remember, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.